Hello there, Stampers. Happy catalog launch day. I am so excited to be here to share with you the release of the brand new 2024-25 annual Stampin' Up! Catalog. All right, I'm just going to update my iPad here, make sure I can see. All right. Click on this. All right. Okay, welcome. It's been a little while since I've done a Facebook Live. I've been doing my lives over on YouTube, usually on Fridays, but I thought I would pop in and do a Facebook Live today. So today is the first day of the brand new annual catalog. And this catalog is very different from past catalogs. So I wanted to share a quick flip through, give you some tips on trying to find things and kind of explaining the layout and maybe the reasoning why that they've chosen to go this route. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Sherry Roth. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Alberta, Canada, and I am excited to be here with you. I always love catalog launch. New product is the best way to inspire your crafty journey. New product is always, always good. All right, so, okay, let me just get comfy here. Okay, before we start the flip through, I wanted to point out a couple things. First of all, there is still time to register for the National Scrapbooking Day virtual retreat. This is going to be held in a private Facebook group, so even if you can't attend, you can't set aside the whole day on Saturday, you could always catch bits and pieces that work into your schedule, or you can go back and revisit the whole thing. It's going to live in that Facebook group. And you'll be able to access it at any time. So tomorrow is the last day to register for that. So that is Thursday, May 2nd is the last day to register for that. So there is a link in the description where you can find all of the information for that. It's going to be a fun day. If you are a scrapbooker, you will want to attend this event. Okay, next up, there is a starter kit special. So if you've been considering the Stampin' Up! Opportunity or purchasing the starter kit, whether you want to offer a class or two, or you just want to become a discount demonstrator. If you want to enjoy that discount on your stamping products or your paper crafting products, then this is a great option. For the month of May, so from May 1st to 31st, there is a starter kit special where when you purchase the starter kit, which is $135, no GST and no shipping. You get to choose $165 worth of product, and that can be product from this catalog, product from the online exclusives, product from the clearance rack, any product from the kits collection. Anything that is available to purchase can be included in your starter kit. Okay, so you get to choose $165. You only pay $135, no shipping, no GST. Plus, in addition to that already fabulous deal, Stampin' Up! Is going to throw in an additional $111.75 worth of product. So you will get all of the brand new ink pads, an assorted package of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, all 5 of the new Stampin' Right markers in the in colors, and a package of this assorted 6x6 DSP. And this is what we're going to be using on today's project in a little bit. So it's a fabulous deal. If the in color collection is on your wish list, this might be the way to get it. You can get all of this for free. All right. So if you have any questions about that, if you live in Canada, just reach out to me. I'm happy to answer those questions. And I'd love to have you join my Canada-wide team. Okay, moving on. All right, so the annual catalog. First of all, let's talk about the cover. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. When I first saw it, I did not love it, but it has grown on me, and I think it's absolutely stunning. I love the little embossed detail on here. The cover tells a story. So it paints a picture of what makes Stampin' Up! Unique. The relationships, gathering. It talks about, it kind of shows the experiences and then our products. So it's just, it highlights everything that we have to offer. It was funny because I sent a picture of this the cover of the catalog to my daughter when I was on stage when I first got my catalog. And I said, what do you think of this catalog? The cover. She goes, oh my gosh, Mom, I love it. She said it's very, very retro, which surprised me because to me, or sorry, very modern, she said, but to me, it feels a little bit more retro. Like it kind of gives me a 70s vibe, almost like a Sears catalog kind of vibe. But she loved it. And she goes, it's not intimidating. She goes, in the past when I've seen the covers of the catalogs, they've got these beautiful, perfectly created projects. She goes, I can't do that. She goes, this is not intimidating. This makes me want to pick it up and flip through it. So just, that's kind of like a fun fact that happened. All right. So now the catalog, first of all, you might notice that it is a little bit thinner than the past. Now that doesn't mean that Stampin' Up! Is not releasing as many products. It just means that they're releasing their products a little bit differently. So there are fewer products that are being released with the annual catalog and more products being released through online exclusives throughout the year. Okay, so but the number of products that they're releasing over the course of the year is still the same. All right. Now this catalog is broken up in 3 different sections. The first section, you can tell there's a tiny little pink tab here, and then there's a little bit of a thicker one, a little orange tab, and then there's lots with the brown tab. So I'm going to explain those. So we're going to go to the pink tab first. If you want to pull out your catalog, you can kind of flip along with me. So this is the choreographed section or the step-by-step section. So this is great for people who need quick and easy projects. They need projects, they can craft on the go with these projects. They don't have a lot of space or a lot of time to dedicate to their crafting, but they still want to craft. Okay, so this is where you'll find information on our kits collection and Paper Pumpkin. And then we've got the next section, which is quick and easy options. So this offers a little bit more creative freedom. Not that kits don't, because if you've seen on Pinterest, you know that a lot of people take our kits and do alternate projects with it. So there's still lots of creative freedom with a kit as well. But this is just meant to offer a little bit more creative freedom. You still don't need a lot of supplies. You have a smaller budget. And I want to point out page 16 and 17. Love this page. So if you are new to crafting, to paper crafting or card making or scrapbooking, this page you'll want to take a look at, because these are kind of like the top 10 crafting essentials. I love that they incorporated a page like this. And then of course, demonstrators are included in that. So I love that. All right. So something else is you'll find, this is new to the catalog, so this mix and match section of the catalog. This is so fun, and Stampin' Up! Does plan on expanding this product line. So this is just kind of an introduction. So these ephemera packs are so fun, and they're reasonably priced. So there's one that's strictly words, there's one that kind of has a whole bunch of different images, and they're basically sheets. Here, let me show you. Oh, hang on. They're down here. Okay, they're basically sheets of die-cut images or greetings depending on the package. So all the sheets are this size, and in the greeting one, you get a ton of greetings. So some of them are like this, where they're kind of greeting strips. Some of them are a little bit more scripty. And then some of them are, I have them sorted because I'm working on some projects. Some of them are word, like you can see here. So larger, bolder greetings, and those are great for card making and scrapbooking. And then the something for everyone or everything is just kind of random images, all die cut. Then there's one that's fully flowering, which is flowers, and then there's one that's labels and layers. So those are great for adding kind of tuck-ins in behind. There are some samples here, and then there are a bunch of additional samples on the previous page or on the next pages. Okay. So this is a great collection. If you are just starting on your card making journey, this is a great section. But even if you're well into your card making journey, don't discount these products because they are so fun for quick and easy crafting. All right. Oh, another thing I want to point out. This is one of my favorite features of this new catalog. On page 22, there are some card templates. So I love a good sketch. Whenever I hit a creative roadblock, I always turn to a sketch. So it's really nice to have those sketches at the bottom of that page to turn to. And you'll find throughout the catalog, some of the projects will indicate that they're using a sketch as inspiration. And these aren't just for cards. You can use these for scrapbooking as well. All right. Okay, let's just talk about this page. Pages 28 and 29. Love this collection of products. Love, love, love. You will definitely be seeing something coming up with this collection. Love it. I love the colors. I love that it's a smaller package of pattern paper. So you get 6 sheets of pattern paper. And then you get one that is like a cut apart. And then you get 2 sheets of die cut pieces. So super fun. All right. And then the third section of the catalog is for more avid crafters. And it's called Creativity Your Way. So, and that runs from pages 30 to 91. So it's the largest section of the catalog. But I love how they have this set up. So they've started by introducing the suites. So all the suites are in the front part of this section. And just when you turn to the suite page, like, look how pretty this looks. I love that they've got this beautiful imagery on this side, larger photos of the patterned paper, and then you've got your stamps and your dies or punches, and then embellishments or anything else that coordinates with the suite. And you'll find that each one of the projects on the project page kind of focuses on a different element of the bundle. So there's one project that focuses on primarily the DSP. There's another that will focus on the stamp set. Then there's another that will focus on the bundle. And then there's another that will focus on the dies, and on one final project that will focus on everything on the suite. So take a look at those projects and you'll be able to figure those out. All right, so some great, great suites in this catalog. I want to point out this one. So this Country Wood Suite Collection, this is a mega suite, which there's 2 pattern papers in this suite and 2 bundles in this suite. This is also, well, I'm using this Country Birdhouse bundle and this Country Woods DSP as this month's class to go. And I have linked in the description all of where you can find all the information. And I'm going to share a peek at 3 of the 6 cards that we're making in the class to go. So we've got this one, we've got this one, and then we've got this fun fold card as well. So those are 3 of the 6 cards that we're making in the class to go. And new this month is an option to do those 3 cards in person. So check my events page to find out more information on that. Deadline to register is coming up quick. It's It's May 8th. And class will be held on May 17th. Okay. All right. Then we're going to flip through to, so we've got our suites, and then beginning on page 57, we've got our bundles. So it goes suites, which are larger collections, to bundles, which are usually a couple items. And you can see that you've got the picture of the stamp set. You've got, this one happens to include dies and a stencil, and then you've got your samples up at the top. So the bundle number, if you want the whole bundle, is right underneath the samples, and then the individual products are listed underneath each of the pictures. So it's a whole page that's dedicated to each of the bundles, which makes it a little bit easier. It's easier to figure out what kind of goes together. Okay, so we've got several pages of that. If you turn to the next page, 58 and 59, these are 2 collections where you get to choose whether you want your stamp set bundled with a punch or with a die. So for this one, You can choose a set of 3 dies, or you can choose to get a punch that coordinates with it. So it's up to you. If you prefer punches, you can choose the punch. If you prefer dies, because they store a little bit, they use a little bit less space when storing, then you can choose the dies. So that is something new to the catalog. All right, so we've got all these bundles. Okay, I want to point out this bundle. This is one of my favorite products in the new catalog. I love this Spotlight on Nature bundle. So this is on page 69 of the catalog. It's got a beautiful stamp set and then dies. And then they don't coordinate with the stamp set, so to speak. So there's no dies that are specific to cut out any of these images. These circle dies are layering circle dies, and each die has a different detail around the edges. So I wanted to share a few samples using just the stamp set. So these are some samples that I created on stage. So there's that one and that one. I altered some of them slightly, but you can see how beautiful that stamp set is. So pretty. All right. Okay. Next up, so we've got lots and lots of bundles. All right, and then we come to page 74, which is the Encore section. So I love how Stampin' Up! Did this year, because before you'd see the stamp sets kind of pictured throughout the catalog, and then at the back you'd have all the dies. So sometimes you didn't know, unless you read the fine detail, the fine description, you might not know that there are dies that coordinate with a stamp set. So here, this is any of the past bundles that are carrying over. They show them both together. So the stamp set, and then it shows the coordinating dies. Now they aren't available at bundle pricing. You have to buy them individually. Okay, so bundle pricing is only available in the first publication that the bundle is released in. Okay, so for example, many of these are bundles that were released in the January to April mini catalog, and in that publication they were available where you could save 10%. However, when they carry over to another publication, you can only purchase them separately. So that's one of the perks to purchasing in the initial publication that it's released in. So all of these items can be purchased separately, but you don't get bundle pricing. All right, so that's the Encore section. That just means they're returning. Okay, and then we've got some sections throughout the catalog where it kind of highlights some different techniques, just different things. And then you'll see a smattering throughout of just individual stamp sets. Okay, so just standalone stamp sets. Some of them do have dies that go with them. But just the samples and the way that they're highlighted are so fabulous. I love, love, love it. This background stamp, so pretty. Love this background stamp. And then it shows all the background stamps that we carry down here, and then the large block that you need for it. Okay, let's see here. We're going to flip through. We've got our storage, again, some more individual stamp sets. These pages here, they're kind of talking, I think page 96 to 109, it kind of talks about some of the different reasons why you might want to craft. So to show appreciation, to document some memories, to celebrate, to craft with your kids, or for your kids. So to make invitations. So it just talks about some of those reasons. This page is kind of fun. This is something they've never done before. So this is the metallic magic page. So anything that we carry that is metallic is pictured on these 2 pages, or listed on these 2 pages. Now on this page, I also want to show you something else. Throughout the catalog, especially towards the back of the catalog, you'll see samples made with stamp sets. And the stamp, you won't find a picture of this full stamp set anywhere in the catalog. So it's referring you to online. And that is one of the things that this catalog is meant to do. This catalog is, you can use it as a standalone, but you're going to want to use it with the online store as well, okay? So here it lists the stamp set, Inspirational Sketches stamp set, but if you want to see the whole stamp set, it's referring you to go head to the online store, and then just in the search button, search for Inspirational Sketches. The online store is going to be a great resource for you. You are going to use that online store more than anything. Because if you can't find something in the catalog and you want to know if it's still available or what the product number is or how much it is, just head to the online store, which is stampinup.ca, or my online store, which is always linked in almost all of the posts that I make. You can head there and just type whatever it is that you're looking for, basic white cardstock or thick basic white cardstock. If you can't find it in the catalog, then search the online store. And if it doesn't come up, then it's likely not available. Okay? All right. And then we've got our ribbon, our embellishments. I love this page, the Sticky Business page. It talks about all of our adhesive, highlights them in a nice big photo, but it also gives you little icons to tell you what they're good for. And then the legend is on this side here. So that is a great resource. And it shares some techniques throughout the catalog. When I flip through, all of the embossing folders are listed here. Okay, let's talk about color theory. I love that they included this color wheel. And those of us who attended on stage, we actually got a color wheel, which is so fun. So it talks about monochromatic, complementary, analogous, and triadic color theories and kind of how they work. But I love that they included this full wheel so you can use that to try to learn about color theory and experiment with combining different colors. So this color wheel is not available to purchase at the moment. However, they will have a version by the end of this year that is available to purchase. And it is going to be a great resource. So if I'm looking at creating maybe a monochromatic project, I can flip it through, and then this kind of shows me these are the monochromatic kind of colors. It's so fun. So fun. Love it. I'm going to use this lots, and I'm sure you will too. But it's nice to know that there is one in the catalog for you to use as a reference. Okay, and then I'm going to point out one more thing here. This index. This index is going to become your best friend because things are laid out very different than past catalogs. You are going to want to reference this index often. And like I said, if there's something that's not listed in the index, head to the online store and search it in the online store. All right. Okay, so that was just a quick flip through of the brand new catalog. It is available to purchase from today. And don't forget, if you've got a really long wish list, that starter kit opportunity is a fabulous deal. Okay, now let's craft a fun project. So today I'm going to share a 6x6 one-sheet wonder, and I'm going to use this in color DSP. So this is the DSP that is included in the starter kit during the month of May. You will get this paper for free, the in color Stampin' Write markers, the in color ink pads, and a package of assorted cardstock. So like I said, it's a fabulous deal. So we're going to use this paper. So let me share. First of all, I'm not usually a fan of the paper stacks, but this year I am. I love this leaf image. I love the circles. And then we flip it over. You can't go wrong with stripes. And then there's this fun pattern as well. So, all right. So we're going to create 3 cards today. And they are all going to be exactly the same card. But I just want to show you, if you're looking to mass produce, this is a great kind of pattern that you can use. So we're going to take this pattern paper and we're going to cut it in half at 3 inches. So this is 6x6 pattern paper. Then I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to cut it at 3 inches again. And then take this piece and cut it at 3 inches. And then this piece, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to cut it in 1-inch strips. All right, so we've got 3 1-inch strips. Okay, so quick and easy. The other things that you'll need I'm going to use white card bases. So I've got 3 5.5 by 8.5 thick white card bases. I've got 3 pieces of Petunia Pop cardstock. And that's one of the new in colors. I guess I should introduce the new ink. Well, I'll introduce them when I share the other samples. So we're going to use Petunia Pop today. This piece measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And then I've got 3 pieces that measure 3.5 by 4 3/4. And all of these measurements will be listed in today's blog post. So don't feel like you need to scramble to write them down. And then I've got 3 strips that are 3/4 by 3.5. And then I've got some scrap white. This is going to be for stamping. Now, as far as the stamps that I'm using today, I am using, my greeting is coming from the Simply Said bundle, which is a great, or not bundle, stamp set, which is a great stamp set for anyone who's just starting out, or if you find that you don't have enough variety in your greetings. So it's got a little bit of everything all in one stamp set. So it's called Simply Said. I'm going to use the Let's Celebrate, but some of my samples are also Happy Birthday or Thank You. And then the other thing that I'm going to use is the Attention Shoppers bundle, which is such a fun bundle in the annual catalog. There are some really fun bundles I'm so excited about. So this one has a cute little shopping cart, but I'm actually going to use the bouquet of flowers today, and then the coordinating dies to die cut my image. All right. So let's see here. I'm going to start with some Memento ink, and I'm going to stamp my bouquet of flowers 3 times because I'm making 3 cards. And actually, let's do our greeting as well. Okay. So we'll stamp Let's Celebrate, and it actually doesn't look like it's on the block very straight. Let's just position that on there. There we go, that looks better. And I'm going to stamp it a little bit closer to the right-hand side of my strip. All right. Okay. And that is all the stamping that we're going to do. So that's all done. Now we're going to color these in. I'm going to use Stampin' Blends. So all 5 of our in colors come with Stampin' Blends that you can purchase. So I'm going to start with Petunia Pop, just the dark. And I'm only going to color one of these in because I've got them already colored and die cut. So I'm just adding a little bit of line in the center of each petal. And then I'm going to take the light and color over top. I love our Stampin' Blends for images with nice, vibrant colors. But you could always stamp this with stays on and color in using our watercolor pencils or water painters and your inks. So whatever your preferred way to color in is. Just color these last few, and then the paper that's wrapped, the flowers are wrapped in, I'm going to color in using using gray granite. So I'm just going to use the dark to color in behind here. And then just go around the flowers where it's likely to be shaded, a little bit down here and a little bit here, and then we'll fill the rest in with light. I don't know if you guys can hear, but it's raining here. We so desperately need the moisture, but It was snowing yesterday. All right, so I've got 3 of those. I've used the dies to cut them out. So there we go. Now we've got all of the little bits, well, most of the bits and pieces. We still need to embellish afterwards, but we're gonna start by assembling. So I'm gonna pull in my 3 pieces of white and my 3 pieces of the larger pieces of the DSP. Just gonna add a little bit of DSP, or a little bit of glue to the back of my DSP. And then I'm gonna center this so that it has an even border on the left, the right, and the top. So just like that, I'm gonna repeat it for all 3 pieces. And then this last one. Okay, and then I'm going to take the narrow strip and do the same thing, making sure that it's got an even border on the top, or the left, the right, and the bottom this time. Don't worry about that gap. That gap will get covered over. Okay, and then this one. So I got this idea at a recent retreat. One of my downline, Tracy, she shared the idea with me, and I thought it was so fabulous. She used something completely different. And I knew that because it's quick and easy, I wanted to share it with you. I always love sharing quick and easy ideas, especially when you need to make lots of cards. And I'm actually making these as some thank you cards for this month and some cards for my team, so I needed lots of them. All right, so we're sticking this to the petunia pop. There we go. Now we're going to attach those to our white card bases. So I'm just going to fold my card base in half. So I will have photos of these cards and measurements in today's blog post. Shortly after I finish this video, I will go in and edit that post, add in the link to the video, and then the post will go live. All right, so you can see how quick and easily this comes together. Okay, and this last one. All right, okay, so we've got the bases all done. Now I'm going to take these pieces and I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of these. And then these are going to go on here to cover this gap. Just like that. So we'll add each of these on here. Okay, so you could leave this like this if you wanted to, but it looks, you can step it up, or an easy way to step it up is just to add a few details. So we're going to add these on here. I'm just going to take some snips and trim a few of my dimensionals here. So I'm going to pop a dimensional at the top and then also at the bottom because it's going to sit over top of this greeting that is already raised. So it's going to go like that. So, and again, you could stop here, but we're going to take it a step further. Okay, one more. Okay, we're going to take a step further, and if you follow me regularly, you know I use baker's twine on almost everything. So of course we're going to add a baker's twine bow. I'm going to tie 3 of those. And I usually don't trim my twine or ribbon off of the spool until I'm done tying so that I don't have a lot of waste. All right. So now we will take, we're going to use a mini glue dot for this, I think. I think I've got some mini glue dots in here. Yeah. Got some leftovers from a paper pumpkin kit. And we're just going to add that right on our bouquet of flowers where the packaging is kind of pinched. And we'll add that over top. All right, we'll add these last 2. And again, we could stop here, but we're going to take it one step further. So by adding all these little extras, you can really step up your card really very easily. All right, and then we're going to take it a step further, and we're going to add some of the In Color shimmer gems, and we're going to use the same like the petunia pop. So we'll add we're going to add 3 of them to each one of the cards. All right, and then our card is done, and we've used an entire 6x6 piece, no scraps, and we've got 3 beautiful cards. So let me share the other cards. So there is Petunia Pop, so one of the In Colors. This one is Summer Splash. This one is my personal favorite. Love this one. And then this one is Peach Pie. So this one I chose to combine it with a different color underneath. So my mat is Pecan Pie. So Peach Pie and Pecan Pie. So we've got that. So you can switch it up. You don't have to do like a monochromatic kind of card. You can mix and match colors. And then we've got Pretty in Pink. So this is a returning color. If those of you who've been around for a long time might remember Pretty in Pink, it was a core color many, many years ago. And then we've got Shy Shamrock. I had to think about that one. Shy Shamrock. So those are the 5 new In Colors and a quick and easy 6x6 one sheet wonder. So I hope you guys enjoyed this card. I encourage you to give this one sheet wonder a try. You would get a completely different look by simply changing out your pattern paper and your focal point. All right, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and I will be back on YouTube with a live on Friday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. I hope you'll join me then. Take care. Bye, guys.